guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so because I watched Hercules yesterday, and because I'm trying to restart and finish Schmigadoon, it got me in a bit of a musical mood. So then it got me thinking, what are the musicals that I love returning to? Now, I think I may have done a top 10 musicals once before. So this list may be similar. There might be a couple of new ones on here because they're more recent. But yeah, it put me in a bit of a musical mood. So it made me think, and I was just like, which ones do I return to? Because for me, growing up, musicals was a big thing. I'd watched Grease for the first time, and thanks to Grease, I just fell in love with musicals. And ever since then, if there's a musical that comes out, whether it's for a big blockbuster or a streaming service, I give it a watch because sometimes the music can be really good, the plot can be fun, the costumes, things like that, depending on what it's set or what it's based on. Some of you might be shocked that certain ones aren't in here. For example, Chicago. But in all fairness, I have only watched Chicago once. There's a lot of musicals I still haven't seen yet. So this list could be updated in a year's time, a couple of years' time, when I've watched a few more. Now, what I've done with this one is this list is restricted to live action musicals. So there's no animated ones in here. I'll probably do an animated one at some point in the future. I'm not sure when. But yes, this is all live action, pretty much mainstream. There's only one that's a streaming service one, and it might surprise you that it's on my list, but yeah, so let's get into it. So at number 10, Spirited. This is the one that's on the streaming service. This is on Apple. I don't know why, but I enjoyed this. This was a fun take on A Christmas Carol. Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds did absolutely amazing together. The Good Afternoon song, now that is my absolute favourite. I don't know why, but I think it's because what Good Afternoon means in that film just makes me laugh. And sometimes it gets me thinking, I kind of want to say good afternoon and mean it in that sense and not tell anyone that I know what it means. But no, this was a fun take on A Christmas Carol. I have seen a few of them. To be honest, it's more of the Disney ones that I have seen. I haven't really watched any of the others, which I will do eventually. Oh, no, wait, no. I did watch the Scrooge one that was on Netflix. That had a couple of good songs in it as well, but that is animated, so that's not on this list. But no, Spirited, I have to add this on my list because even though I've only watched it a couple of times, it's memorable, it's stuck in my brain, and this is one of the reasons why I've done this list, because these musicals just stick in my brain no matter what. But yeah, so the rest are I've got on physical, so I'll be able to show you. So at number 9, we have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Now, I know a lot of people prefer the first one over the second one, but I don't know why, but it's just the second one for me does it. I really enjoyed this film. Lily James as Meryl Streep's character, she did amazing. I think all the people that they cast for the younger versions of the main ones, amazing job. The songs in this are fun and catchy. A couple of them are repeats from the first one, but they're still fun and enjoyable to watch. But yeah, I really enjoyed this sequel, and as much as I do enjoy Mamma Mia 1, I had to go with Mamma Mia 2. Okay, next one is In the Heights. Now, this is a musical that actually surprised me. I'd watched the trailer for it, I weren't really sure about it. Then it come to streaming and I watched it, and I actually regretted not seeing this in the cinema. It's fun, it's exciting, it's got such good music in this. I really enjoy the songs in this. 96,000, really good song. Blackout, I keep listening to that one on repeat. And even the main song, In the Heights. You know, it's very upbeat, it's very moving. It's all sort of like, you know, goes with the theme. And it is a really good film. If you have not watched it, I definitely recommend you do. I think you can still watch this on streaming services. I'm not sure. But if not, find a way to watch it because I had a good time with this. Next one is Rock of Ages. So, yeah, this one surprised me as well. This is more of a jukebox musical, so this is basically they sing, kind of like Mamma Mia, where they like sing songs that are actually from artists and bands. Tom Cruise in this surprised me quite a bit, actually. Like, Wanted, Dead or Alive, good cover. Harden My Heart, that was such a good song. Rock You Like a Hurricane. I only watched that one when I watched the extended version of this. I don't know why, but you can't watch Rock You Like a Hurricane anywhere, pretty much, and it's not even like you can listen to it on Spotify. So I don't get that. But no, this is a fun little musical. Is it cheesy? Yes. Just because of the plot. But it is fun. I have a good time with this one. Okay, and at number 6, we have Little Shop of Horrors. This is the remake, I believe, because I think there's one before this one. But this is one with Steve Martin, Rick Moranis, and a very sassy plant. No, this is quite a good musical. Bops, like, in this one. I will say I do not like the dentist song, just because simple fact of I don't like dentists, so I kind of laugh at that one a little bit, but it's still a pretty good song. But no, this is definitely, I think this is like 80s or 70s. Yeah, 80s. Definitely a fun little 80s film. Say, I haven't watched the original, so I can't really compare the two. Maybe I'll do an original versus remake of this one day. But yeah, I just remember watching this. I think they played this when I was in school. I'm not really sure. Because we had, sometimes in high school, we had like these film days, and there's one day where we had a whole bunch of films in different classrooms, and you got to pick which one you wanted to go to. But I'm fairly certain I watched this in school, and I just remember watching the plant and sort of like the puppetry of the plant, because as you can see, it's actually a physical thing. This is why I miss movies like this, because they use practical effects instead of CGI. But I remember watching the plant and thinking, what the hell am I watching? And why am I enjoying it? Okay, we're now into the top 5. So at number 5, we have Moulin Rouge. I was not expecting to like this film. I only watched it because I was watching a whole bunch of random stuff on YouTube, and then all of a sudden, Elephant Love Melody came on. I watched it and I was like, okay, 1, Ewan McGregor can sing. And 2, I thought, it sounds like a pretty good film, like just from that clip alone. I then ended up watching it and I did not realise the plot was going to go the way it went. Also, it was done by Baz Luhrmann, who done Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio version, which I absolutely love that film. So that was another reason why I watched it when I found that out. But yeah, Ewan McGregor. I didn't realise he could sing. That surprised me quite a bit, actually. The next one is the Lucky Horror Picture Show. This is the 1970s. This is Tim Curry one. Yeah, very odd musical. Won't be to everyone's taste, I don't think. But it is fun. It's hilarious. It's weird. I like weird and kooky, like, films like that. They just cheer me up for some reason. I don't know why. But Tim Curry did an absolutely amazing job in this film. I mean, the time warp, absolute classic. So, yeah, classic musical. And then my top 3, we have Labyrinth. Of course I was going to include Labyrinth in this. This is at my number 3 spot, but there's 2 other films that go above that. Just that little bit more. But Labyrinth, yes. So if you are new to this channel and you haven't heard the story, basically my sister wanted to watch this, so I picked this up one day in HMV. I weren't planning to watch it, but I then sat down and watched it with her. She didn't enjoy it. I did. I really enjoyed it. I fell in love with this film. David Bowie as the Labyrinth King. Not gonna lie, I had a bit of a crush on him when I first watched it. But no, there's some really good songs in this. This is a Jim Henson production, so this is got the puppets in it. But I think the puppets are fun. Although I will say the fiery song in this, with the fiery people, yeah, those puppets creep me out, and I can never watch that scene properly because it just weirds me out so much. So I have to avoid that scene anytime I watch it. But other than that, I really enjoy this film. Now, the top 2, some might be surprised, some people won't. At number 2, we have The Greatest Showman. Now, I went to go see this in the film, and I was hooked just from the dun, dun, da 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 da, just that alone during the logo of the company pulled me in. And then you heard the rest of the song and it was like, oh my god, this sounds really good. Then you got into the plot and the characters, and then you got into more songs, and I fell in love with this. This is an absolutely amazing musical, amazing costumes, actors, like you got Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, Zendaya, Kia Settle in her first ever movie. She did absolutely amazing. This Is Me, the song, is something that I hold close to my heart because I do really enjoy that song. Literally, The Other Side, such a good song. Rewrite the Stars, like there's not one bad song in this film. I enjoy this film from start to finish, and I'm so glad I got to see this in the cinema. I even got my mum to go and see it, and my mum's not really a massive fan of going to the cinema, but she really enjoyed this film, so I'm glad I persuaded her to. But of course, my number one will always be Grease. Yes, Grease will always hold a place in my heart. That will never go away, ever. I love Grease so much. This was the musical that got me into musicals. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, absolutely amazing pair. I love the whole good girl, bad boy relationship, you know. Songs in this are catchy. I mean, literally, Grease. If you want a musical to start you off, this is one I recommend to watch first. So yeah, so that is my top 10 musicals. There's some that could have possibly made the list, like number 11 would have been Phantom of the Opera. But I want to stick to my top 10 because I like top 10 lists. They're fun. But yeah, so that is my top 10 favourite musicals of all time. Like I said, I will do an animated one at some point in the future. Not sure when. I do actually need to have a think about it and be like, what animated ones? I didn't include any Disney Channel musicals because I just thought that can be a separate list of its own at some point as well. But yeah, so whenever I'm in a bit of a downer mood, I kind of turn to musicals a little bit. I don't know why, but sometimes I just pick up a musical and I just think I can sing along to it. Don't have to worry about overthinking everything. So yeah, musicals are my go-to sometimes. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on this list. Is there any that you'd recommend that I might not have seen? And also, what is your favourite musical of all time? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!